Give me a
So we are
second.
live once again. This is Josiah on Each One, Teach One. We have a special section here bringing to you Cyrus Kiprop. He's a full stack developer in Kenya, and he has a wealth of experience that he wants to share with us today. And I hope you audience will enjoy him. Please welcome him. Cyrus, welcome to the show. Now tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello. Thank you, Josiah, for the chance. My name is Cyrus. I'm a software developer by profession.
Can you
Basically,
speak a
what I
little
do.
louder so they can hear you?
All right. I'm
Thank
gonna do
you.
that. How
Thank
about
you.
now? Am
Yeah,
I
it's
loud?
good now. Perfect.
Hello, am I loud? Okay, so I'm gonna start from the start. I'm Cyrus Kiprop. I'm a software developer based in Kenya. Uh, what I do? Okay, wait a minute. Uh, I graduated way back in 2017. That is, I did my degree in mathematics and computer science, and I graduated in the year 2017. After that, actually, I was working part time. I was studying part time, so I would work as a junior. Back then, I was a junior software developer. I was working while studying at the same time because I had to run my bills simultaneously. After that, graduated, went back, started working as I think as a network assistant. But I was really bored about being a network assistant. I took a different journey, that is becoming a software developer. So I was inspired by a very nice software developer. He's actually my mentee. I mean my mentor. He told me, why don't you try to leave the networking industry and try to join the software development industry? Having a background in mathematics and computer science, what I just did was I just grabbed my computer and that is it. I started software writing program.
All
I
right.
started with
You went to Machana University. You did mathematics and computer science in
yes,
Kenya. And somebody advised you. You were in IT for a while. You're doing network admin and all that kind of stuff. Somebody advised you to take on software development, and you picked up your computer, and that was it. You never turned back. That's quite
yeah, that's true.
encouraging to know that you have such a diversified background is very varied, and that's encouraging. So you bring a lot to the table. So you finished school when again? What
In
year?
the year 2017.
So you've been working since 2017 till now.
Actually, I was working before I completed my campus because I would work
Oh
on
wow! So you
yeah,
you have over 5 years experience, pretty much.
yeah, that's
All
true. Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Wow, that's amazing. That's interesting. So now,
yeah.
audience and the viewers, take note of his experience. This young man, has an amazing experience. That's good enough for what he's doing here. So, what can you tell us about your experience working as a full stack software developer on the ground in Kenya? First, tell us your experience working as a full stack software developer in Kenya right now.
Well,
What's going on the ground? Lay down the rules for us.
okay. So first of all, my experience working as a software developer has been okay. It started quite hard because you needed to know what you were supposed to do because nobody's gonna pay you to do something you don't know how to do it. So the first thing is
Absolutely.
getting the facts straight and also the skills straight. So I had to sit down almost like 6 months, just try to study something hard. But it was easy for me because I had some prior background. But so after sitting down, starting with this my mentor, he taught me on how to code, started on data structures and algorithms, and that was it. The thing that I can say here is during the initial phases of software development, it's quite a little bit hard, but if you get the thing straight, now you go just really smoothly. There's nothing that's going to be hard.
Amazing. So you had a mentor. So that's
Yeah,
in
I am
line with
sure.
what each one teach one is doing right now. We give the youth that support, that training, that encouragement to believe in themselves and to know that they can get this done. So by doing that, they can showcase their skill set to the world, and eventually the people in the diaspora and can actually give them work and contribute as a part of people that are helping the humanity by working hard, not just consuming stuff. That's very interesting. Thank you very much for saying that. Uh, so now, I know that you have various other experiences. Can you tell us some of your experiences with people that are not in the continent, maybe outside the continent that you have worked with, if any? Just elaborate on that and give us,
Okay.
you know, just like the
I've
morals
been working
behind
with the
all of that.
German-based companies, and what they really need. Okay.
So
Okay.
you've
What I
been
can say
working with the,
about
okay.
yeah, I've been working with German-based companies, and what I can say about them is they really need somebody who is proficient in what they're doing. They also like people who are professional. In this case, you need to beat the deadlines on time, sorry, and yeah, be truthful in what you do. One thing I can add about working with companies that are outside Africa is they usually they usually want you to they usually want you to produce something that is legitimate. Okay, but without a lack of what to use, they want you to do something that is legitimate. If you say you can do something, yeah, you can. They pay you, then you can do it. So the thing is, we really need to know what you're doing so that we can scale ourselves to the global market. Because nobody is gonna try to partner with you if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, yeah,
Absolutely. I like the way you said it. You've said it twice already that nobody's going to pay anybody if they don't know what they're doing. Your experience with working with the Germans is one that let us know that they need you to be an up and up, to be steadfast, knowing what you're doing, be able to meet the deadlines and all that kind of stuff, not presenting something while in fact you're doing something different. So they want you to be well aligned and upright in your dealings. This is amazing, the
yeah.
experience that you had. So, is the challenge with the German? Can you tell us maybe the challenges that you had working with them? I know they have done a lot with you and they have given you work, and we thank them for that. And we also thank you for giving them the services that you gave them. I guess that's why they keep coming back to you. But can you tell us a little bit of the challenge that you have for them, whether it's in the time zone or the way they work, or all the difficulties that you have to face working with them?
Yeah, okay. The first thing I can say about the German-based companies, yeah, time zone is one of them, but that's something you get acquainted with as you continue working out of your time zone. So that's actually the initial challenge. After that, I think another challenge that I faced with is language barrier because yeah, they have an accent and trying to communicate back and forth, trying to understand the details of the project. You know, you get intermingled in a state where you don't get each other very nicely. That is another thing, language barrier. But if they have a different accent, but if you really work with different people, you really get to know that people have really nice accents, different accents, and there's something just you have to get the important what they're saying. And that's it. Yeah. So it's also something that you're gonna be acquainted with as you continue working with different people with different from different worlds. Yeah. Maybe
Awesome. Go ahead. Go ahead.
to add on that is they really require you to what can I say is if you if you really don't know something, okay, I really made a mistake. Okay, the mistake that I did when I was starting to freelance is if you don't know how to be efficient and productive, the world there is very is under steroids, if I may say. The world is under steroids. The global market is under steroids. You need to deliver fast. Okay. So one thing that you need to work on is your efficiency, okay, your productivity. That's including on how you deliver your tasks, how you do it fast.
Okay.
They need something. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, yeah. So
Awesome.
I think that is. But
I am so happy that you understand how the globe works, how the West works. They are not merciful to somebody that's not bringing,
yeah,
I mean, that's not coming up to par, that's not filling their part, that's not carrying their weight. They are not.
yeah,
They're not going to be lenient to you. There's no mercy for that. You need to deliver. There's there are time, like there's that you need to deliver. Period. Okay.
yeah.
There are limitations. There are time limits. There are the deadlines. You need to deliver at that point. I'm
All
glad
right.
that you understand that. These are one of the problems that we have when we want to do stuff back in the continent. But I'm glad that somebody like you was able to get that from the way they work out here. in the Western society. So I have a few more questions for you here. So you've talked about your challenges, which is awesome, and we wanted to know quite a few stuff about how you work. Have you worked with the Asian countries? Can you tell us a little bit about that if you have? If not, that's fine. We can pass on that.
Yeah, I've worked with Asian people, not technically on a real job. That is, I usually before that I was working as a bounty hunter. A bounty hunter in the sense that what you do is there's these bounties where they post a challenge online, like just an hackathon or a COVID hackathon, something of that sort. What they do is we have those people who finance the hackathons and the challenges. So they don't pay people via cash, but they pay you using cryptocurrencies in this game. In this case, they can pay you via Bitcoin
So,
or Ethereum. So I have collaborated with them.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I've delivered with them
So your
using.
experience with the Asian countries is in bounty hunting. For those of you who don't know
Yeah, yeah,
what that is bounty hunting is a situation where you hire a specialized person or somebody with coding experience or some kind of idea of your application, whether it's a web application or a mobile application. Most of the time it's web application, and they want you to find the weakness in it. So the bounty hunters, they do that. Bug bounties, they do that. They look for those weaknesses and try to let you know the problem that the bug bounties. That's what you do. You search for those bugs, which are things that are in the computer program that is working in a way that they weren't designed to work. So that those are some of the stuff that Cyrus does. And in his experience, he said that they usually will pay you. The people you work with in Asia will pay you with cryptocurrency or something like that. So that's another one. That's another experience for us. And what is your experience with the platforms like Freelancer, Indiegogo? I mean, not freelance, not Indiegogo, but rather Upwork, Fiverr, and the rest of them, or maybe Guru. What is your experience there? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
yeah. I worked with Upwork for like actually I worked with Upwork for almost 6 months, and I would bid for jobs. But the problem is when you're starting up as a software developer, before somebody knows you, like you can't deliver, it's really hard for you to get a job. It's really hard for you to get a job because first of all, you must
Oh,
have some
okay.
good rating. Yeah. So what I usually did, there's a guy who really had a very nice reputation in Upwork. So what he did before I started becoming a full stack software developer, he would outsource some of the jobs from Upwork so that I could do it for him and then he could pay me. But he really had a very nice reputation in Upwork. Later I graduated. I went and tried to lobby for my account, and
Oh,
yeah,
okay. So you guys that's awesome. I really
yeah,
enjoyed that, man. You can keep going. It seems like you're the one that's interviewing me. I'm having a ball out of this interview because of the wealth of the information. That's just I want to and I just want to put the skill sets that you guys have out there in the continent to the world so everybody can benefit from it. This is amazing.
yeah.
So you guys actually help one another. So one of your
That's true.
friends would contract you to do some of the jobs. That's
Yeah,
amazing. So the people out here, the diaspora, should start considering the fact of moving production to the continent. That's amazing. Not only for the fraction of the cost, but also for the fact that they get the quality of work is high. So I have this one question here. It's probably going to be the last question. So what do you think about the management style when it comes to software development in Africa? When it comes to whether it's standardization or maybe frameworks and the rest of them, what do you think about those? And before you answer that question, can you tell us your tech stack again?
yeah.
Your software
Uh,
development stack?
I work on Node, Ruby on Rails, and front end is React based, and or anything that is JavaScript based, I can work with it. That is more React
Oh
and
my
Angular.
goodness!
Yeah,
So you are an expert in JavaScript, Ruby Rails, and all that. You are good at
yeah,
React. Awesome.
yeah.
Node.js, man, that's the future right there. Thanks a lot. But we also know the weakness of JavaScript as well. But we're not going to talk about that today. We that. So what do you think you can do with the standardization and the development style in the continent? Do you have anything in mind to share with the viewers?
Oh, okay. What I can say is standardization is quite lagging up behind here in Kenya. Let me speak for Kenya because I've interacted with several software developers in Kenya. Uh, they really lag behind when it comes to standardization and bringing something out that is of quality because standardization depends on you. There's no set of standards that you must pass. Okay, so I think we're struggling, or we are a little bit behind when it comes to standardization. But yeah, with a build, if you take some online courses, try to work with some senior software developers. You really just try to bridge the gap on how to standardize your products.
Awesome. So can you tell us a little bit more about some of the organizations that you have used to improve your skill sets? And can you let the audience know of these organizations so that way they can reach out to use such media or medium to improve their skill sets as well?
Yeah, okay. So I have worked with Andela Learning Community. I don't know if you're quite familiar with Andela. Andela have rolled out a learning community based in Kenya. And what they usually do is try to bring together several groups of programmers and then indulge them in a rapid course on how you should deliver. There are various courses that you usually deliver. So I enrolled in Andela Learning Community, and I've learned a lot from those.
So there's Andela Learning Community. So what other community do we have there? Andela Learning Community. What else?
Yeah, we have Lake Hub Academy. It's a software development IT firm based in Western Kenya. It's just like it's rivaling Andela. Yeah, and also we have IBM. IBM are really good at.
So there's Lake Havoc. There's Lake Havoc.
No,
Lake Havoc.
Lake Hub Academy. I don't know if I can send something here.
Okay. And they also have IBM. So you can type it right there. You can type it on the comment section. You can type it down for the people, so that way we actually helping them to.
Yeah. So yeah, we have Lake Hub Academy. We have community. And yeah, IBM. Yeah.
Life and be in the cutting edge in technology as far as the new era is going. Moving and forward by interviewing different persons to talk about what we need to do to advance ourselves and showcase the skill sets that we have in the continent to the world. You heard it from the man. The continent is ready to export these skill sets all around, and they might be lacking in exposure, and that's why each one teach one is here to expose the skill sets, to let people know that there's such skill sets in places that they never even imagined could exist. So this is a wonderful time that we've spent here, and we also wanted to talk more on the standardization. However, the time is not allowing us to do so. But if anyone wants to contact Cyrus Kiprop to help them in any kind of project, they should contact Josiah with each one teach one, and I'll make sure you get your goals achieved. Now, Cyrus, is there anything that you wanted to tell the audience before you go? Is there any last statement, final words that you want to share with them?
Okay, yeah, my final words is Africa has a lot of untapped skills, and I can attest to that because I have a lot of friends that really have skills, but they lack the means to reach to the global market. So the thing is, just know what you're doing, focus on it, be good at it, and it will pay off sometimes. It will really pay off. Yeah, just focus on what you're doing right now, and it will really pay off in the future.
Yeah. All right. We thank you so much. We're coming to the end of it. This is Josiah once again from Each One Teach One. We thank you, audience, for listening, and we thank everyone. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe and smash the like button and hit the notification bell so that whenever we have any of our interviews, you can get them. And go ahead and share. Continue sharing this, and let's make this happen. Thank you, guys, one more time for being here. This is Josiah signing off. Take care now. Each one, teach one.